let me
Oh wow.
let me go over to twitching.
Microphone muted. Sound muted.
Go over to twitching. Okay. Still getting used to my own tools. All right. Let's see what I can do.
Sound resumed.
Matters to me.
All right. Let's see here. Okay. So last time we got this nice big play field here. Using 1610. I don't know exactly. It's interesting. 1610, we hit play. What did I do? I had a little animation here. I put a couple other graphics on the screen. Just a quick reminder, if I wanted to make this guy spin, I guess I go to the scene, I click on this guy, he's atom number 3. We use the inspector. There's a sprite render. I think we have to add a component called what did I call that? Called animation, an animator. Alright, so what did we do? So we add a component.
It didn't give me a notification, but I see.
Okay. Animation. Clip. Okay. Spin. Okay, click spin. Is that all I had to do? No. Play automatically. Spin. Oh, they expected that to work. Okay. So
sound muted.
What's going on here? I got animation size. Let's see. So what's the difference? We have hit the wrong thing. Here we go. We got an animation and an animator. An animation is called spin size, so that's all there. But then we have an animator. It's interesting. Does that mean I only need to use an animator? Here, let's turn that off. Add an animator. Yes, I'm exaggerating that. Avatar. Okay. Controller. Spinning atom. There's 2 of them. Why is there 2? This one was called spinning atom. The second one, that one's spinning atom animation 1. No avatar, always animate. Okay, well, experiment here. Now this little checkbox turns off that animation. It's there, but it's not really doing anything, I think. So if I hit play, there we go. So we have to add an animator to it, and the animation is not needed at all. I guess that's where things get confusing. Okay, so I bet you, remove that component. I bet you if I remove the component over here of animation, here, let's turn it off. Bet you that was never needed. Yeah. No, I do. So we just need an animator. Okay. So it's being controlled by the spinning atom animation. I don't know why we got 2 of those though. Let's see now. It says there's an asset. Let's take a quick look. See. There's an spinning atom. Would have thought it was in the assets directory here. Well, that's confusing. So if I pick this thing, does it show the animation still? Okay. like having multiple objects out there that I don't have attached to anything. Can we make a button spin? Oh, that's right, I had the spinning atom as a control. I wonder if that's what's going on. Just out of curiosity, can you make a spinning button? Probably. Yep, sure can. Click, click, can't click that. You can't tell, but it's slightly turning gray when I click. I guess that's funny. Okay, well, anyways, enough of that. Move that component. Voila, everything's back to normal. Click, click. That's right, we made it so when we click this, it animated or rotated some more. Okay, well, there we go. Now, if we go back to our Krona version of Blackbox, I'm trying to convert this over. We had a title screen with our wonderful slowly animation. So let's see if we can kind of start mimicking this guy. So I'm going to pull that aside. And let's see here. Here it is. Oh yeah, let's learn about fonts. So I got Blackbox in a custom font. Let's see how that works out. It should be, I would think, as simple as throwing a text object on the screen with text Blackbox in there and then our own little animation there again. So let's see here. So we should be able to create a 2D object. UI, I don't know, text, yeah, okay, UI text, sure. And we'll just do black and put a space in there. Might have to break that apart. It's left justified and obviously the wrong size. I'll bump it up a few. Now we have a font. Ah, yes, when I pulled it in and I threw it in the directories, voila. All right, good deal. That makes me happy. And I like being happy. So we can center it. For this guy, we see where the center is. Throw in the center for now. For now, let's, I guess we can change the color somewhere. Anybody? Here we go. We'll make it white. Like I did in the original. And obviously it's got to be bigger. I wonder if we can resize. Whoop, wrong one. No, that resizes the box. We have to always do the... Okay, so I can change the line spacing fractionally. I want to make them a little closer. Let's just bump it up to something bigger. Give it some more room. Need some more space, dude. Give me this. Oh, that's not good. There's space in there. All right, so we want this to be the title screen. Yeah, I'm kind of doing this from the title screen first. All right. We'll make improvements later. I cannot do. That's weird. Cannot move that fractionally. Wonder. Do that. No, that's just. Huh. I'm so used to most systems where you can use an arrow key to move that around, but it's moving my screen. That's kind of bizarre to me. Game object, move, some other keys. How about the number pad? Nope. And of course, nope. I'm used to arrow keys. Golly. Shift makes it go faster. Control does nothing. Alt still moves the screen. So it's all wanting to move the screen. How about if we do that? Does that help? Nope. Really? If I select X, well, moves that. Yeah, there, move that screen around. Local, global. Well, we'll figure it out from there. Man, I just want to move that just fractionally to the right. I can't do it. Okay. Oh, go away. Reminder to do my journaling. Woohoo. Alright, so we take that, we take this guy, we resize him. I guess that's resizer. Resize him down a bit so he looks pretty close. Let's move him to there. There, use a line. Well, huh. I guess it's pretty close. Let's see here. Let's do 30, 60, 30 degree rotation along the, along the Z. There, it shows me how close we are to the letters. Again, would love this do this. Oh, I can do a smidge to the left. There we go. And this guy could be a smidge to 0 is the middle. That's right. So now it's perfectly lined up. Voila. Take a quick look-see at this. We see it's doing that. All right, I want to slow that down. How do we slow that down? I want to go clockwise and slow that down. And I want a black background. So I think we can do the background. I think we click on this canvas. Is that correct? No. Yeah, we click on the camera. It's the main camera? Yeah. The camera, of all things, has the background color. So we're going to go black. Voila. There's a black box. All right. Thank you for your service. Well, actually, we'll move them off the view for a second. There, move. I can't. Anyway, we'll just hide that one. All right. So we have that. We're gonna have some buttons, but I'm gonna see if I can make some custom buttons here in a moment. Oh yeah, and I want to change the animation. So let's take a look at Mr. Spinning Atom. Let's then go to the controller. Oh. Yeah, I don't know enough about that. How about animation? There we go. We can stretch this out. We can make it what? Instead of 60 samples, I guess it's 60 frames per second. We can slow it down to make it 3 times slower. No, it does not stretch it out for us. Let's see, is there a way to... I'll research that later. For now, I'll stretch that out to 180 samples. I mean, it's not that big a deal for me to take that out to 180. Nice and slow. Except I want to go the other way. So we'll go from 359 to 0. Let's go in the reverse way. So if we hit play. What? It sure doesn't look slower to me. It looks faster. It's probably a speed. I can just tap. Oh, wait a minute. What's going on here? I got duplicates. What is the deal? How'd I do that? Ah, what? No big deal. It's still 0. Why is that faster? Okay, now it's going the right way, but it's going... Okay, let's see if we can find a speed property or something. Nope. Well, okay. Man. Just want to slow it down. All right, so let's take a look at the good old Unity animation speed. See if there's something about. There is a state called speed. You can actually go forward or backwards. Okay. That's the textual property, but how does one put that into the system? Is there a property for there is a rotation again. Okay, so it's got to be a property on. I expected to be a property on the object itself. The animation is just 180 samples, but shouldn't we be able to not necessarily interpolate, but just slow down the rate of sampling? Unscaled time. Interesting. That probably just means it doesn't, you know. Normal. Always animate. Let's see something. If I do, oh, not that. Animation size. Animation and spin. If I just have that there, does that mean it works? Yeah, it still works. The spin animation size. Oh. Okay. So I can choose the number of animations, and I want 1. Okay, so you can actually have a list of animations. That's kind of cool. It's like a little movie. Okay, and I guess 0. This must be the default animation. Okay, so what? And then there's must be a speed somewhere on the animation. But I don't have it over here. Wow. That's that. Oh. Wondering if there's something going on. Animation speed. Oh, there's the speed. Weird. Okay, so an animator, he enters and he goes immediately into spin. Okay, so this is a diagram And I don't know what any state means, but I guess you can have different states. Aha. So, okay. So you can have what, like, huh. Alright, well, I'm kind of getting sidetracked here, but. So, entry, transition, this is empty, solo mute, spin, default state. This spin. Transitions. Add a behavior. Yow, a script. I didn't want a script. Okay, well, let's just take it. This is where speed is. We're going to delete that for the moment. We'll come back to that. We'll figure that out later. So I can make the speed like 10 times slower. Is that correct? So there we go. And as you see here, of course it stops animating. You can see it's roughly slow. This nice little slowness. Yeah, I know. Not as exciting as watching paint dry. But that's the point, is just to have it there. Okay. All right, let's take it to the next level. I have in the background these whoop, wrong one. Here, you know what? I just need to move that out of the way. Get out of there. Get out of here. Did I close it? Nope, it's right there. I got these animated sprites of 3 different colors running around the background, and they rotate slowly, and they basically float in and out. So I'm going to see if I can do something similar to that. We'll get to the buttons yet still, but I'm playing. Okay, so here we go. First round. Let's see here. So let's see here. So remember I have this Atom 2. I'm going to take Atom 2. And we're going to go back to the scene. Here he is. Hello. Why are you... I thought I unchecked you. Oh, yeah, duh, right there. Okay. So we got to figure out now. The way I did the motion before was this wonderful little bit of code. I called it. First of all, I have this background graphics. So not going to work that way. Yeah, no shit. I got the background graphics, and then what I did is I had a routine called background, which created these spinning atoms. And this is the Lua version. I'd create a sprite, I give it an XY location, or scale it. I insert it to scene, and then I do this one routine called spinning atom start, which all 3, and I just create 3 of them with 3 different graphics. They're called large atom 1, 2, and 3. And this routine would just kind of choose one of 4 different locations: above, left, right, bottom. And then it would just kind of give it this transition would then just kind of give it a location to go from A to B, how long to go, how long to delay before it starts the animation, so it would hang out there for a little while, then it start. And this is in milliseconds, so it would wait up to a second before it start moving in. And then what I did is I had like, if I was off the bottom, I would choose a location somewhere on the below the bottom, but within a box, and then it would have a location above in the box to the top. And so in this case, I think, yeah, left to right, I'd have this X position way to the left, or well, I'd start way to the left. Excuse me, way to the left, a big negative. And then I'd go to the right, way to the right. and then I just choose a random Y position. Sometimes it'd clip a little bit. And then whenever it got to the edge of the screen, it would call the same routine again. So basically the same sprite would come across the screen, bloop, and then it would randomly go left, right, top to bottom. So, fairly long involved, but it kind of worked. And then I also applied some blur effects that is provided to me through the Corona Labs, or Corona Labs toolkit. That just made it a little fuzzier in the background, which you'll see I may need to just modify. And then I also made them transparent so they can overlap with each other. So let's see if we can do something similar. I'm not sure how to do that. So let's just start with the most basic. We'll start with 1 and see if we can animate some crazy animation. So it doesn't really matter where he is. From what I have seen, we're going to add an animator of some sort. We're going to create a controller for this animation. And of course, I don't have one. I don't know how to do a custom. Whoop, that's not what I wanted. So a question is, how do we create a random or something a little more controlled? See, the problem with an animation tool like this is everything kind of hard-coded. What I want to do is just kind of pick a random point here and a random point here and say from here to there, go. Avatar. I haven't figured out what an avatar is yet. I don't know if we have to create an avatar. I don't know if that means, that may mean like a parent. I don't know. I saw something with a script. What is this? Animation clip. Oh, notice we got scene. I have to do something. 2D object sprite. Particle system. I love how you can just create a particle system. Still thinking. Maybe we have to create something. I mean, I'm sure we have to create a script of some sort. Create an animation controller. Interesting. I don't know if that's going to work in this case, but we'll call it Traveling Atom. And if I double click that, voila. Okay. Any state. Wow. So I can do X and Y. Okay. Can't put a random number in there. This does not feel like the right way to go. Unity tween, Unity tween position. Alright, so I'm gonna study some here. Tween. Okay. some really involved logic code and an example of how to do tweening. Example tweener class Flash for Unity. Let's get some basic concepts here. So we have an update position in this code. Here, let me show you what I'm working at. I'm looking at this code that somebody wrote. The Unify community, unity3d.com wiki page. Somebody has the ability to tween a game object over what looks like several different things, such as alpha, rotation, position. But they created a class called the base tween object. I mean, you gotta have this class defined somewhere. Oh, base tween object. There's their class for the base tween object. So hello tween object. Set get. Yeah, for all their different values. Start time, end time. Copy tween, which is copying different objects, initializing the tween. Then you tell if you want to tween the position, rotation, or alpha. And then they got tweening types. That seems like a lot of extra work. Return methods to the ease, to tbdcd. So this must all, okay, so they wrote all these functions to do the easing or tweening in and out and all that. Yahoo. Alright. Jeez. So equations. Okay. Strangely, I'm looking at this more because not so much because I want to know. I want to know what they're doing in the scripting. Not so much because I want to use their library. For example, this line catches my eye because it says, okay. And we played around with this when we pushed the button, we rotated. So transform rotation equals quaternion your equations change vector current time begin change duration tween dot ease. That almost implies that the rotation is equal to well, the equal, I mean, the change vector sounds like that just is calculating a vector, in this case a rotational vector for the rotation. And that's created by their equations object. We saw I saw it. Go back. So again, they calculate a XYZ vector. Oh, okay, so it's kind of sneaky. Okay, so their XYZ could be X rotation, Y rotation, Z rotation, or X position, Y position, Z position, and I guess alpha is, oh wow, they made it red, green, blue. Really? I don't see the same logic here. This is a ton of code. So this should be pre-built. Sorry, there's got to be something going on here. And let's see here. Tween position. Of course, I guess we're seeing the source code to something that somebody provides. Again, kind of wondering what's going on here, because that implies that, I don't know, is that a library? Is that part of the base system? There's vector lerp thing. Linearly interpolates between two vectors, lerp. That's just a mathematical calculation. Wow. Well, if I go back to this object, I just want to know one thing. Okay, so they calculated a delta in the form that change vector thing is basically a difference between the start and end. And so, actually, did they divide it down by time? Nope. So what do they do with it? Transform position. Oh, I did it again. Update position. Okay, so who's calling like update position, for example? It's called update tween. Who's calling update tween? Update. Who's calling update? Yeah, I don't see that happening. Detect a delay, update the tween. Detect a delay. Okay. Problem is sometimes you may get a big stutter, and so looking for a large change. I don't know. Wow. Here's the update the tween. Here's the make loop. Update position. Yeah, it's pretty. So somehow the tweening occurs Okay, so if I want to tween the position, I would call this object with a tween position object. It'd create a new position object, copy it over, and add it to, I guess it has a tween list. Yeah, it's a list of tweens. Okay, yeah, tweens, add this tween. So every time we call an update, so this is just a glorified list of, for each item in the list. So you have a list of tweens, which then basically do the work of tweening some other object, some other tween object. So if that's true, it does nothing for you automatically. Oh, there should be a game object somewhere in here. Game object. Example use. Attach a script to a game object. Oh, that's right. Unity has this weird way of allowing you, each game object can have a list of objects attached to it. Interesting. So when you update the position, it's a nice class. I'll give them that. It seems to do the job. Maybe I will use it. I don't know. So when they update the position, they basically say this transform.position. So, the Unity is kind of like its own programming language. So yeah, you have this Unity tween object. Is that actually in the system? Or did somebody actually make that? Somebody's asking about Unity's tweening. Got no answers. Does somebody else have another tween package? Unity tween package. It's collection. Tween transforms. Huh. Okay. So you can, of course, install Unity packages. So somebody made a tweening package. I guess I can just install somehow. New to me, of course. I have an example here.
Alright, hi guys, my name is Nick Thurston, and I'm the creator of the Barron's Blue Square. He's alphaing in and alphaing out on a ping pong basis, and his rotation is corner.
Okay,
now let's go ahead and go add component. Let's type in tween, and we have a whole bunch of different selections here, but we're going to start with tween transform, because I'm going to want to take this guy from the top left all the way down to the bottom right.
So this is another version that somebody did. They made it part of the editor.
Example. You don't have to, but just for the sake of organization, I like to do it. We're going to change the myTween type to ping pong. There is, like I said before, single, looping, single and switch, which will trigger the sequence once, and then it'll flip all the values. And then ping pong once if you're feeling saucy. Also featured is a animation curve. This is the default one, which has a nice ease in and ease out. It looks really, really good for menu buttons and UI functions. But obviously, if you're going to do something like looping and you want something to look smooth and not begin and slow in different ways, you'll probably want to switch over to a linear animation curve. For now, we're just going to ping pong between the two things, so I want it to kind of slowly speed up and scale accurately, use rotation when needed. It will use scale when needed. And then, just like we did before, we're going to go ahead and take this guy, we're going to move him over, and we're going to say, yeah, let's make that our ending vector. So I click on ending vector, and now it has two vector 3s to tween between, and then it's going to, as soon as we press play, automatically trigger. And that's obviously really fast because our duration is only 1. So we're going to go ahead and move that up to like 2, just for the hell of it. And now we're probably going to want to actually reset this guy because he's in the bottom right hand corner, and that sort of bothers me because he starts in the top left, right? So let's actually go to set transform 2, and if we click on that, we can actually set it to the beginning vector. Now we can at any point kind of say, oh, I don't really remember where the ending vector was at, and we can switch between the two and actually see where the two positions are.
Okay.
You might have also noticed that there's this thing called default vector down here, and then there's also a show default vector button down in the bottom right hand corner. And if we
Again, so nice. So but okay. So how does one make a script to change the starting and end vector and not have everything hard coded into the editor? Always something going on. Well, see, that's one nice thing. I guess I kind of like this. This is at least scriptable. You want to tween between a position. Boom, boom, boom. I guess. What? Okay. Well, I mean. Say this. Yeah. Oh, interesting. And then the in-tween has ended equals true. But that's private. All right. Let's see here. How does one? That other tool looks a little fancier, but let's see if we can. We can go either way. I'll leave that page up. Let's How does one add this? 20 class Flash for Unity. Yeah. Okay. I guess we just copy text in to these 3 files. Yeah. Okay, I guess it's 3 files. All right, so if I guess I can try it. All right, so this is just a class called, what was it called again? Tweener? Tween position object, tween, Unity tween. Okay. It seems strange I have to go find another tool elsewhere to do this. Means I'm probably doing something wrong. Yeah. That means it takes forever to open up the editor. No, come on. Jeez. Okay, it's just being really slow. I should open that up before I start recording. Bada boom, bada bing. I think it's not doing anything, but I know it's working. It's always working. Yeah, see that, or it crashed. Hello. What's going on? Alright. My patience has waned. Let's try closing this. Let's save it. Oh, what were you doing? Yes. Just sitting there, twiddling his thumbs, locking up my interface. Try it again. I can't click on anything anymore as it sits there and it does not load. Distractions. Come on. And yet I can close you? Nope. Usually I have no problem with opening. If I open it up directly, I don't know, maybe that'll help things. Alright, so it's running here now. See, it didn't take that much effort to open. Now if I... It's almost like it doesn't know what to open. Very strange. Tell you what, we'll kill it one more time. Or try to. Okay, open it again. Let's run it and see if somehow that helps things. I don't really think so, but it should give me an error. Oh, wait a minute, you know what? Maybe there's errors down there? I don't know. But it's still running. Open. Oh, gosh. I just created a script, now I want to edit it. How hard is this? Alright, so if I show in Explorer, I think it's an empty script, so it doesn't really do anything. No, not quite empty. I shouldn't have to go around it though. Whatever. And now if I click on it, I actually get the text for the class. And just because I'm bullheaded, will it open if I click on it? No, it still won't open. Even though I moved it around. Jeez. Frickin' hell. I don't know. I'll just edit manually for now. Let's see if there's even an open here. Alright, Unity's import settings. There's Unity import settings? Now what's it doing? Huh, I can't do anything with this thing. It's like it's goes off into La La Land. It's trying to do multicast groups? What's it doing that for? Maybe that's my problem. Oop, time's up. Alright, well, I'm just trying to get these stupid scripts in, so let me just create them the old-fashioned way. We'll do it with text editor. He'll create those meta files here in a second. Check one thing here. Oh. I don't think it likes having. I think it likes. It has to have a carriage return at the end. I don't know. Maybe it was adding it as part of the editor, but just in case, there we'll make sure it's good. So now classes should show these. They use obsolete APIs. Well, that's nice. Really? What is this multicast group? Let's see what the network says about Unity having unable to join player connection multicast group. Yep, looks like people have complained about that one. Okay, hi all, I have the following problem. At start of Unity I get 2 errors. Socket, unable to join multicast group. Error, blah blah blah, operation has failed. Unable to join player connection multicast group. What is it? I haven't changed anything in Unity, blah blah blah. Answer. Oh, of course then it says, I just reloaded my PC and the trouble disappeared. Me too. Me too. Me too. Answer. Sign in with your Unity account and everything works fine. Oh. I think I saw something about logging in. Thought there. It looks like it's logged in. License has been updated. close this real quick. I mean, I didn't really do anything for a license. I mean, it's just whatever the default is. Maybe it's just, I've got this coming up, and I'm ignoring that for now. But there it is, boom. Well, I don't know. Is that old? I mean, I guess I don't really care if it's not getting in the way. Okay, so if that's true and this tweener thing is working, I have no idea. Let's add a component. Or wait a minute, what was it that we had to add? Is it add Oh, interesting. It has the ability to add an animation script. Script anim. Interesting. Can we edit that? Start called once per frame. You piece of crap. Why are you not letting me? I double clicked on you like normal and you're not letting me. Oh, this just makes me frustrated. Well, maybe there's a reason I need that update. Maybe Windows did an update and they need to do that update. Ah, jeez. But yet I can nicely quit. What's it doing? So yeah, this keeps appearing every time, so just some weird error at the beginning that doesn't really matter. Multicast is usually for internal networks, not for outside networks. So it's trying to share information with other computers in the local network. So I'm going to ignore that. I can of course do this the hard, easy way. Okay, so I can call update. I mean, if that's true, then I can just call the tweener. And didn't they say I could just add the script? Okay, yeah, back to that web page. Not that one, this one. How to use. Attach the script to a game object. Okay, game object, boom. Well, we get with an animation here. I don't want a new script, I want to go to an existing script. Why does this one work while the other ones don't? Is there something about the directory? Didn't we create I thought we created an animation. Yeah, I mean I was looking directly at it. Assets, animation. It's at the root. That's why I can't find it. It's at root. Oh, click the right thing. Why is it? It gives me a script, but then I can't mess with it. Why does it? I double clicked on it again, which could, if you double click on the left, usually you can edit it too. For some reason editing is not working correctly tonight. Yahoo! Kill me now. Don't know what's going on there. Probably just need to reboot the computer and start fresh. Boy, this is annoying tonight. Okay. Can I make my object here go to another existing script? For example, if I make Unity Tween heavy in the base directory, just like the other doodads. Can I make it go? Here, I'll remove this component. I'll add a script. Not a new script. Oh, see, now you show up. Voila. Called, oh, interesting. Called Unity Tween. It has positions. So it can have more than one position. You can have a total time delay XYZ. Easing in. There's our list. I have to admit that's pretty nifty. But that script, that bit of code, which I want to click over here, but I won't. A bit of code. Unity's doing all the work of reading in, not reading in this class. Here again, reading in all this class, and it uses, somehow it's decided, okay, so it knows an array list of tweens. Okay, hold on a second. So I'm fascinated by the tool's intelligence. How did it do this? So I have a list of positions. So it's got the class. Okay, so it's reading the class. That's what it's doing. It's reading the class for the information, and apparently knows array list. It's got positions. Okay, position. No, it was. How does it know there's a list of positions? It's in a Unity Tween. Is there a positions? We don't have to. There is a public. Okay, so it's taking the public object, see that it's a tween position object, and a tween rotation object, and an alpha object. And so it has actually analyzed it and made a list of objects for us. So we can see, we can tween all of these at the same time. I have to hit enter. Time, delay, ease, tween value, XYZ, of rotation. Here's the interesting one. This should be different because it's an alpha. There's only one tween value. I'm not sure what that is, but let's assume it's 0 to 1. So that's pretty cool. So you can make a script, and then the editor does all the work. So, alright, let's see how well this works. I just cut and paste a bunch of stuff in there. Yeah, let's not get too crazy, but let's assume, so there's a delay and a total time, and I'm assuming that's, I don't know, milliseconds, I don't know. So let's just work on position. We want it to go from here to here. If we look at it right now, we can see the position is these. So, you know, that little bit of movie I saw of a different tool kind of did all the work of taking the values. And let's not worry about, you can see they don't tween scales or size, but you could easily add that. It wouldn't be too hard. If we take this, we put it back. I mean, I don't know what I'm doing, but let's not worry about alpha right now. And let's not worry about rotation right now. So, I'm going to hit save, I'm going to hit run. Does this actually do it? Oh, wait a minute, I didn't give it any time. So, animation of position, total time. I'm going to put 1,000, which may be 1 second, or not. I don't know if it's in 60ths of a second or what. So, I've got 1,000, and nope. I tell you what, let's put it on the screen. See if it's even moving. No. So Unity screen. Oh wait a minute, maybe the animation. Okay, is there a second step? We attach it. Attach a script to a game object. The array that will appear in your object. So it's not sufficient just to throw it on there. We don't even know if it's getting called. I can tell it to loop. Will never end that way. Not moving, or at least if it's moving, it's too dang slow. I'm gonna make it 100. Just to see if there's any chance it's moving. Oh, it is moving. It's just really slow. Maybe that's in seconds. Okay. Let's say 2. So 1, 2. It does not appear to be looping. Back to the beginning. Okay. I see now what's going on. Then if I give it 2 positions, next time, so total time, and then we give it like these values. Minus 135. So it goes to here, then it goes to there. I bet you that will... Oh. Is that relative? Eh? I'm confused. If I pause it, you're down here. What coordinates did you go to? Negative 139 minus 545. That's not even close. Is it Adam? Doesn't look like it. Minus 155.
Sound resumed.
Huh. Why did why'd it end up over here? Doesn't make any sense. Somebody can't do math. I'll put you back over here. I mean, it went into a nice straight line over there, but it didn't loop. It did just, yeah. Okay, maybe this animation is messing with it. Nope. Or this animator. No, it does it the same way every time. Ha! I am confused. Whee! Just run off the bottom there. Doesn't repeat. Just zips right off. It doesn't make any sense. X, Y. I mean, it goes off the screen. I hit pause. I look down here. I see it at I see it negative 141, negative 546. Even Z is negative 113. These don't even match. Check something. So is what's Z when we start? 0? Ah! So it's moving in the Z direction. We didn't even tell it to. Something's foobarred. I mean, well, poo. It's not even working, so. Alright. You get the axe. We'll come back to you maybe later if we find you did better. I'll just turn you off. In fact, I'm going to remove that component. All right, we downloaded Mr. Tween tool, and there is a way to install packages. I've seen this before. Where is that component? Window. There's a file. It's like import. Import package. Custom package. So here it is. We'll import that. Voila. Here's all the things we can import. We're going to import all that. Basically a nice package that somebody has put together for us. Where to go? Okay, so went under scripts, Unity Tween package. Alright, so if we add a component called a script onto our, okay, we can do a tween of a tween sequence. Tween transforms. I guess transforms in this case will work. So we can do a single transform. We can say save data, show default, hide default. We are messing with this guy, right? Okay. Transform position. Copy transform to starting. Okay, so now we have the start. Then we can say, if we want to go up here, we can say copy to the position to the ending vector. So if we run this, I didn't do a, oops. Now set transform to starting vector, and then we hit play. What happens? Absolutely nothing, because I didn't give it a time, did I? That's duration 0.4. Oh. Play on start. There we go. Start. Oh, that was awfully fast. Let's make it 2 seconds. There you go. Okay. And then they said you could do ping pong or a single. I could do looping straight forward because it'll go over, across, bing, over, across, bing. Let's make it linear. Oh, come on. Is there not a... Yeah, here it is. Linear. Just straight up move around. And slow it down quite a bit. Okay. Okay, and then we can also do rotation. Oh, is that doing what I think that's doing? Yeah. Okay. No, you have to add another. You have to add another animator for each one, I guess. This is position rotation. So can we add another one? Tween transform. You can do another transformation. I can give it another 15 seconds. I can make it linearly rotate between, let's see, there's not position but rotation. And it was Z, so we start at 0 and we go to 359. Let's see if it rotates and spins at the same time. Whoops, what? That's not right. Oh, play on start for one. Oh, I guess somehow I... Okay. Is it rotating? Sure is not. Oh. Strange. Keeps changing my 0 to 360. Fine. I'll make you 0. Does that do anything? No, 0 and 360 are the same thing. Wow, this is confusing. Why does it keep changing? Ah. I can't just do this. That is so weird. Looks like you can only do this by saying, okay, let's set it to here. We're at the ending. Then you have to change it like here. And then you have to say set ending. Otherwise, it just doesn't seem to work. You can't type in here. Oops, I did that wrong. I have to copy her. Now it puts the number in there. Go figure. Now, spin. I want it to spin, didn't want to spin. Because it keeps doing stupid things like making it 361. No, why? Alright, hold on. I feel like an idiot today. This is not helping. There we go, finally. One slowly rotating doodad. Sheesh kebabs. I ain't even got to the scripting part of it. The only good thing, I guess, is you can probably write these values if you can get to the script, which of course we've already determined tonight is being difficult to get to. But if we go to scripts between package, there should be a way we can do how does this work? I don't want to think about this. There's 2 scripts on this. I want to set the... Golly. Well, I'm just making all types of problems tonight. I want to set the play on start or just play. Gosh. Oop. Interesting. Well, they have an example, huh? Yeah. You have to read through this text just to figure out how this thing works. Call base update. What is base in this case? It's a tween vector. So a tween vector is this is the base. This base does an update, which then calls update on the base of this guy, which is tween base. If it's playing, it does a, yeah, okay, whatever. And this guy is where all the real work is. Yeah, they're going to put all their math and stuff here. There's its update routine. Total time equals duration plus delay. If we're playing, blah, 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 blah. How does he get a delta time? Calls completed. And then there's a tween completed, which is an event. Well, at least they got it so that it'll fire off a tween completed event, a delegate, which you can probably fill in somewhere here. Public event. Okay, you can add an event here. Nope. Event trigger. I'm getting sidetracked. Yeah, what's confusing me is I've got two tween transforms on this. I have no idea how you reference one, how one is any different than the other one. I guess I need to understand how game objects work, because if I want to write a script, just randomly set the XY position, where do I do that? I guess you, I mean, I guess you'd write a script. A new script. We'll call it random atom motion. Wow, this is complex. And it created me a script somewhere. I'll put it under scripts. And I'm almost tempted to just have this update routine start. I could like set my random, and update could just move it across the screen, and then I just move it across the screen instead of having all this tween stuff. Gosh, That would be so much easier. So then I could do it. How did we do that last time? I wonder if that actually would work if I just tell it to move the X across the screen. Let's just try it. Whoop, type object, let's try. So if I turn off, leave them there, but turn them off. Oh, I see. Can I do that? Boy, it is unhappy. Well, it's not running, but it's acting like it's calling this as part of the editor. Okay, let's just... Boy, it's being kind of pissy. Let's turn that off. So I guess it's calling update on that thing over and over. Wow, so you can actually make code that runs in the editor. Oof. Wow. I guess you could make it flash and do weird things. That was unexpected. What? So... But that doesn't make any sense. I think I'm about reaching my limit here for tonight. Very confusing. Oh man, what a steep learning curve. I mean, they can make stuff for editors, but I would have expected we saw in their code they were doing some check to see if it would. They wouldn't do an update. What was it up here? Unity tween. What's it here? The top level. There was 3 levels to this. What was that first script? Must have closed it. Yeah, the transform, the update routine, set if application is playing. If application is playing, then we do this transformation, which is causing all types of errors. Okay, it really does not like me modifying that. Now, from what I gather, the way you're supposed to do this is like this. Which, if I run it, means it'll just, well, do nothing apparently. Maybe that was just an error I was getting every time. I don't know. It's compiling in the background there. And it disappeared. It went over to here. Interesting. So I gave it a 0. Whoa. Let's delete these. Oh, they came back. Interesting. You can remove them. Interesting. So it has a execution state, and then it has an initial state. Huh. Okay, oops. That makes no sense. I run you and you go down here. Oh, it's so confusing. All I did is I said I want to go to... Or that should put it in the middle of the screen, I would think. Not very random. Should be in the middle. But when I look at it, it's down there. Wait a minute. You know what? That guy's on a different layer, isn't it? We had that problem last time. I point to this guy. He's in the... No, he's in the sprites default. Sprites. Sprites default. Sprites. Order and layer 1. I don't think that matters. Let's see if I put this guy at 0. 0. 0. I'll even save. Oh, wait a minute. Zero, zero, zero. Why are you not editing? Oh, because I'm in play. 0, 0. Okay. So if I hit play, you go what? I can't believe this. Who's moving it? I'm not moving it. I just make it 0, 0, 0. Who's moving it? I turn this guy off. Does he move still? No. How in the world is this affected? That is so freaky weird. What? And so my script that sets it up at 0, 0, 0. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I don't do this. I don't know. This is kind of implied, I thought. I am the foggiest why it would move to negative 500, negative 375. Unless maybe it has something to do with the start not being junk, I don't know. Oop. 500. Oh, that's so weird. I've moved it around. It's like something else is moving this object, but I'm not seeing it. Here, I'll even remove this guy out of our package. Now if I hit this guy here, and I hit play, he still disappears. You gotta be kidding me. Something is moving it. Very frustrating. Yet it's very clear to me that we just do this nice vector 3 thing, and that should set the XYZ of the object.
Well, at least it's looking alive.
Microphone activated.
What do you mean by looking alive?
Microphone muted.
I don't know where this thing goes. It's moving, but who's moving it? I'm not moving it. Traveling atom. Unless this has something to do with it. This guy has. The weird thing is if I turn that off, it doesn't move. Jeez. So my script is somehow moving it, but it's not. Oh, good God. It's like it's in the wrong space, and it moves to like the lower left of the camera or something. So 0, 0's here, and then it translates it. Oh, that's just weird. Let's try one other thing. I got one other idea. They were saying something about this in the little bit of chat forums. You're saying take a vector 3 object and say it equals the current position. Then you modify the x. And just minus. Another floating point. I don't know if you can do that. Whatever. Then you set the transform back. So I don't even have to know what it is. I'm just making it relative to what it was before. At the play, what do you mean it needs to be fixed? What are you talking about? Hmm? Hmm. Let's see if they give me a few more details. Oh, I have to use make it happy. Oh. No errors that time. And nothing. Really? Position X equals possession X. Okay, so wait a minute, can I? Whatever it's worth, I'm gonna just put that back. Play. No movement. Oh wait a minute, I turned it off. Try that again. There we go. Well, that looks like that's going to be the answer to make anything happen. That just is freaking. So if I do print position X, oh, can I do print in this language? No, I'll find out. It gives me, so the first time it runs it's got 399, but the position here is 0, 0, or 0, -67. How did, so it's doing coordinate translation, and then, so we're not in this coordinate space, we're in that coordinate space. Oh, that's so confusing. So you design in one space, and then it's turned into this 800 by 600 space. So the 0, -67 is relative to the coordinate space here plus the scalar. Oh gosh. So that's why I was getting somewhat confused, is I was giving it a pixel position that's not, it's not transformed. Gosh. Okay, so I can make it move. Well, that means a few things. Fine. 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 So that means I can do my little effects. Oh, I can change the color or alpha. Interesting. So that makes it transparent. Oh, does it go by? It makes it transparent. Right now I have it in the front, not the back. I change the layer. I can make my transparent doodad in the background. There we go. No, that's still in the front. A different layer. Of course, I have no idea. Layer. I would expect a layer of some sort. Oh, here we go. Layer UI. Layer water. Call it background. Oh, those are built-in layers, huh? Well. Oh. Call this one background then. Okay. Sorting layers. Still in the front. The red dots in front of the text. Oh, wait a minute, did I change that the right way? UI layer. Bizarre. Transparent effects. An actual layer. Weird. Very weird. Huh. Oh gosh. Sorting layer. There we go. Background. That's the difference. Okay, I bet you that'll do it. There, now it goes behind the text and stuff. Okay. We can then take this guy, we can rescale and make him bigger like before, make him put him back off the screen. Give him a slight rotational. Yeah, I double clicked on the stupid window again. Lets me save at least. Thank God for that. Oh.
Oh wow, dude, I just realized the delay is so far behind.
Well, okay, I finish this up and then I'm going to bed. I think this is good for tonight. Dang it. I did this last time. Oh, that's right. We're going to make it match our example again. We have some slow rotations and movement. I'm finding another way to do this. Well, I thought I could.